years, my next guest was a part of the New York City court system as both prosecutor and judge. Now she presides over one of the most popular courtrooms on television. Let's take a look at her in action.
What are you making such a big megillah about, Mr. Schulich? Don't you have a life other than this? Do I look as if I need help from you? Over my dead body. Parole, no job, problem. Jump. You're winning. Be quiet.
Shut up! Please welcome everybody, Judge Judy. What is that all about? What?
Well, I was watching in the back, and this gentleman who looked much taller than I am appeared to be very short.
Right.
So I was not satisfied because I'm used to looking over people. Now, I'm 5 foot something when I lie.
Right,
and you're about 6'4".
About 6'4", yeah.
You're about 6'4". Now we're about even.
Okay. Well, let's get right into this then. First of all, what do I call you? Do I call you Judge Judy, Judy, Honorable Judge, Your Honor? What do people call you?
You can go through the whole list.
Yeah.
Your Worship, Your Holiness.
All right.
That works.
Your Holiness.
Judy works.
All right. Well, I have to tell you a confession. Andy and I have a television in the makeup room. Why did you wheel around like it was... You're also not used to people sitting behind you either.
I'm not. I usually watch my back.
All right. We watch the show. We used to watch the show anyway in the makeup room while we were getting the makeup done. We would be watching your show, and I said, I can't watch anymore. It upsets me too much before I go on. It wouldn't put me in the mood for comedy, because the whole show you're saying, shut up! You, sit down! You go over there! Quiet, you! I'll kill you! And I just couldn't go out. I'd go out to do the show, and I'd be, like, jittering and upset.
You mean my program doesn't relax you?
Not at all.
Not at all?
What is the thing
Are you relaxed now?
Yes, now I am.
Are you totally, because this is your genre right here.
That's right.
I'm relaxed as well.
Ah, cool, baby.
Yeah.
You know what amazes me is you get very angry with people, which is something you don't always see on television. What makes you the angriest? What is it that really...
I think as a judge, what makes me most angry is when somebody lies to me, because that really is suggesting that I'm stupid.
Right.
And, you know, my father had a line I sort of cleaned up for television. I sometimes say to people, you see stupid written over here? My father's line...
No.
No. But my father's line was, you see schmuck written over here? Am I allowed to say that at this hour?
I'm not sure. You're the wrong guy to ask. No, I'm getting this.
If I'm
okay.
not, right.
Yiddish, right?
It's Yiddish.
Yeah, it wasn't spoken much in my house growing up.
Did you understand it?
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, don't worry. Now, what about when people don't take responsibility for their actions? I would think when people are trying to evade responsibility, that's got to make you really angry.
That has a tendency to tick me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's an example of someone just really trying to not take responsibility?
I think one of my earliest examples of people not taking responsibility was with the advent of science and medicine, you know. Paternity, there were a lot of out-of-wedlock children in New York City, and many of them found their ways through their families into the family court. And it used to be a sort of a guessing game. He said, she said, and who do you believe? But then we had DNA testing, and the whole thing became a new ball game.
Because you can tell exactly, it's just without a shadow of a doubt.
1 in 999 million people could possibly be the father. You're the one.
Right, right.
But I had one gentleman, a man in his 40s, and the woman was about a 19-year-old, sweet little thing, and she had a baby, and she said he was the father. And he insisted he could not possibly be the father, so we sent him for the blood test. The blood test came back, and it was a bullseye. I mean, there was no question. The kid not only looked like him, it was right there. So I said to him, listen, I have the test, sir. And he spoke in broken English. He said, it could not possibly be my kid, Judge. I said, I'm telling you, sir, there's no point in putting us through the expense of a trial. You have to go out and get a lawyer. You're going to lose. He said, I'm telling you, it could not possibly be my kid. I said, how can you be so sure? He said, because when we had sex, I was wearing a condominium. So that put it together, and I said to him, had a hole in the roof. Taking responsibility.
You have a couple of colorful phrases that I always love. This is things that you yell at people. I'm the boss, applesauce.
Right.
I love, this is my favorite. Baloney, baloney, baloney.
But you have nothing else to say, it works.
It's a court of law.
Right.
You can just say what, you can say baloney, baloney, baloney.
I can say it now.
Oh, okay. And then beauty fades, dumb is forever. That's one I heard you say, which I love.
And it's the title of my new book.
That's the title of your new book?
Beauty Fades, Dumb is Forever, The Making of a Happy Woman, out in January.
What kind of mom are you? Because I know you have kids. And when
I'm a wonderful mom.
But
Giving, loving, supportive.
Do you talk that way to the kids? Because when I see you on the show, I think, kid comes in and he's made a mistake, he dented the car, and he tries to say, well, it wasn't really my fault because the other guy changed lanes, and shut up, you're out of here, up to your room, baloney, baloney, baloney. Is that the kind?
You do that very well.
I've actually wanted to start using your methods on this show. Because, you know, we have people that come on the show. Andy, you'll back me up on this. Present company excluded, but sometimes we have actors come on the show. They're pushing some movie, and they're saying, like, it's my finest work yet. It's terrific. You got to go out and see it. And we know for a fact that they're lying through their teeth. And I'd like to go, like, you're out of here. Does it say stupid here? It's a bad movie. Go. You know?
Ratings all the way up. I'm telling you. Works. People love honesty.
They love honesty.
People love honesty.
Yeah.
And that's why doing what I do is such a pleasure for me. I mean, I don't have to learn anything. I just go out there, I see the people, I listen to their stories, I decide who's telling the truth. I can say whatever comes into my mind, which is most of the time what everybody out there is thinking when they're looking at some of these characters, trying to get over. And then I go home and I sleep really well.
Right. You get all your anger out.
All of the anger out.
So you're like the sweetest person in the world at night when the show's over. You got it all.
You just ask my husband how sweet I am.
It's not my business. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Now, you just started your 3rd season. Any changes in the show? What are you going to do? What's different?
We're not going to do anything different. You don't fix it unless it's broken. We seem to be doing okay, and I'm not an actress. I just try cases. Hopefully they'll bring me good cases so that I can try good cases. What's different about the show? When we first started the show, we were filming at a particular studio in California because I do commute to go out to try cases. And my first dressing room was about the size of this table, about as filthy as your dressing room, which I just saw, by the way. and the only thing it was a mess.
I'm sorry.
It was a mess. The clothes are all over the floor. You have barbells there. You have people sitting
barbells that I obviously don't use.
You do? Sitting around
Those are paperweights, yeah.
Sitting around on stained couches.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing was missing was plastic. There should have been plastic. You know,
okay, I'm not a neatnik.
No.
I'm creative. We're messy.
My dressing room. Yeah.
That was my impression of a creative guy. Anyway.
Yeah, you need a tray of wheatgrass for that.
So you got a nicer, bigger dressing room now. Everything's cool.
Yeah, but my first one didn't have a bathroom.
How did you...
We had a porta potty.
Oh, for God's sake.
Just a second. Now, I really thought that when you became a Hollywood personality, you know, you had a show with your name on it, at least you get your own bathroom. In the rain, I had somebody who carried an umbrella out to this little makeshift trailer that they had for me with
you had an outhouse.
Sort of an outhouse. So I knew I made it when I got a dressing room, bathroom inside.
That's why you were so mad on the show all the time.
That's a possibility.
You just had to run out into a field to use the ladies' room. Judge Judy, of course, syndicated, so check your local listings and check out the show. It's a lot of fun. Judge Judy, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We'll be right back with Jim Owen, very funny guy.